Firefighters are trying to determine the cause of a bad house fire this afternoon in a neighborhood near the 215 and Warm Springs Road. News 3's Jane Davenport has been following this story since this afternoon. She's joining us now live with the latest on what happened. Jane.
Steve, fire crews arrived here around 2:40 this afternoon, and they were here for several hours working to extinguish the flames at this home on Ponce de Leon Avenue. Officials say 2 people were rescued from the backyard. Luckily, both were uninjured. We spoke with one former arson investigator who was on the scene assessing the damage to the home, and he says it's going to be at least 6 to 8 months before anyone can move back in.
This was a very bad fire. Of course, it went to flash over inside the garage. The vehicles in the front are also damaged really bad, and the contents are smoked out.
Joel McGinnis has investigated more than 2,000 fires. He says this type of garage fire is not only dangerous for the people living in the home, but it's the most dangerous type of fire for crews to extinguish.
This fire compares to a lot of fires that we have every year this time of year. The garage fires are pretty common.
Neighbors speculate the fire started from e-bike batteries. The Clark County Fire Department says it dispatched its hazmat unit because of a lithium-ion battery in the garage. One neighbor shares the moments before and after she called 911.
I was out in my backyard and I noticed billowing smoke, so I called 911, and then they asked me to run over and see what was going on. And about that time is when I saw a car in flames and it was billowing out of the front of the garage.
The smell of smoke was heavy in the area as crews spent several hours on the scene, but luckily everyone made it out alive. The man who lives next door says he's thankful everyone is okay, adding that the owner of the house has lived there for 36 years.
She is, I think, 103 years old, and she couldn't be any nicer. She's the sweetest person.
He says when he arrived home, his main concern was his neighbor and her family, but the fire crews wasted no time arriving to the home and putting out the flames.
Probably took them probably a half hour, and it's over 100 degrees here today in Vegas, so they were working really hard to get that taken care of.
As the summer months continue and the risk of fire increases, it's important to have a safety plan in case something happens to your home.
Your life is worth more than a house.
The Clark County Fire Department says 44 firefighters were on the scene today battling those flames. The American Red Cross was also called in to help both people living here as well as their 2 dogs. Officials say the cause of the fire remains under investigation. Live in Las Vegas, Jane Davenport, News 3.